Am I audible? Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity, bar team. My name is Yuvraj Pradhan, and I lead the pre-sales team for APJ. In the next 15 minutes, what I'm going to talk about is give you a brief overview of how partners like you can kind of grow your business. So, if you look at the landscape, right? So, what is happening is there's a lot of transformation that is happening, not only from a threat point of view, but also from a business. And what we're seeing is business models are adapting to the need of the customer. Today, customers are moving away from point products to solutions, moving from CapEx to OpEx, moving from on-prem solutions to cloud solutions, right? So, similarly, what is happening is we are also seeing our partners evolve over a period of time from being either a value-added reseller to MSSP, MSP, or a security practitioner. And what we're seeing is, what we want to do is we want to see how we can help our partners grow as they evolve their business models. Now, if you look at the trends that we are seeing, right? Again, these are, I'm sure most of these points have been covered by presenters in the previous sections. But if you look at the threat landscape, as I mentioned, is evolving. We're seeing more number of threats, more ransomwares, more identity-based attacks. There's a lot of pressure coming from regulations. The number of IoT devices that are going is really increasing, and things like cloud transformation is really kind of making a lot of changes. So what is happening over a period of time? We at SonicWall are also evolving. Now, most of our partners or customers knows us as a firewall company, but in the last few years, we've transformed from being a product-specific company to a platform-based player. And today, what we are looking at is trying to address 5 key pillars within the digital threat lifecycle. The first one is around network and access. The second one is around MSP. The third one is around managed services. The fourth one is around cloud. And one of the most important things that we are looking at is how do we bring all of this together using a single platform that can help you manage, monitor, and kind of help remediate all of this together. So this is what the SonicWall is evolving from being a product-specific player to a platform-based player. Now, let me talk about the Sonic platform. Now, as you see, any idea how many security vendors there are in the market today? Anyway, any guesses? Amount of security vendors that are operating globally? Any ideas? There are about 4,000 different security vendors, right? And in a typical enterprise, right? In a typical enterprise, let's say about 5,000 to 10,000 users, we can see up to 30 to 40 different security players, starting from the endpoint to the network to the servers. Then you have things like PIM-PAM, and then you move to cloud, right? Now, imagine the challenges that a security person or analyst or a defender, when there is a breach or when there is an attack, he has to go through all those different components or technologies that are there to find out what exactly happened. Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to build a platform that can be a single point or a single pane of glass that can provide you all the telemetry that is there. You can collect all the information from all the different components and then also help remediate, right? So that is where the SonicWall platform is built. It has a unified portal that can do things like policies, configurations, visibility, and so on. And then we also have a common data lake where all the different components, be it our firewalls or endpoints, our SaaS solution, or any other components that are there, can feed those information into a data lake, and then that's where we do the analysis, and then we can then start remediating it. Not only that, we also are opening up to third-party vendors, right? It could be a PSA, it could be a third-party SIM, SOAR vendors, and so on. So that's what we're building over a period of time. The second component is around network and access security. Now, this is a bread and butter. As I said earlier, we have been known as a firewall vendor, and over the last 30 years, we've been protecting a lot of different customers, be it enterprises like healthcare, retail, it could be governments, it could be banking, and even small SMBs to protect the environment, right? And the platform is available as appliances, virtual, cloud native, and also as a service. And then what we also provide is we provide different components. It could be, for example, we have something called a branch in the box, where if you have, let's say, multiple retails offices, right, where you have 5 to 10 different systems, right, you want to protect, you could have IoT camera, you could have printers. With the branch in a box solution, we can provide you wireless access security, switches, firewall, and also cloud as a service solutions, right. Similarly, if you are having SD-WAN, right, we can help provide the SD-WAN requirements, right. And then things like advanced threat, right. Today, if you look at 99% of the threats are protected by the normal firewalls, endpoints, and so on. But that 1%, right, it's very, very difficult to protect. That's where our advanced engine comes in to protect your environment. The next solution that we have is called Cloud Secure Edge, which is basically a SSE solution, Service Secure Edge. One of our previous presenters talked about SASE, SSE. So it's very similar. So basically what it does, it provides 4 key components, right? So today, all of you know, right, we've got a lot of hybrid users where people work from, it could be remote offices, it could be from homes, from kiosks, from anywhere, right? So how do you provide a secure access, right? Today, normally we have VPN using your SSL VPN or IPsec. So what we can do, we can provide a cloud-based VPN as a service. We can help you connect from anywhere, any devices, right, through the cloud. That is one. The second area that we look at is something called the ZTNA, the Zero Trust Network Access, where we can provide zero trust capabilities, where we will only allow specific applications to be accessed. So that's something that we offer. And the other two that we provide is Cloud Access Broker as well as Secure Web Gateway. So these are the 4 key components that we provide. And one of the key areas that we differentiate is we have something called the device authentication, where every time a device connects, we have an app that is installed, right? No matter whether the user is compromised. If that particular user, if the device is not coming from a known source, doesn't have the right certificate or PIN, he will not be able to provide access. So this is what our Cloud Secure Edge solution is about. Moving on to the next one, what we have another service called the MDR, Managed Detection and Response. So now most of the time what we have, in order to manage our endpoints, our cloud solutions, our network devices, right? So we have an in-house team that manages our endpoints, our infrastructure, our security infrastructure. Now normally in a typical small environment, we normally do it maybe 9 by 6 on a 5 days a week, right? But what we've seen over a period of time, most of the attackers are attacking you either at midnight or at 4 AM on Sunday where we are not working. Now what we need is we need to have the capability to monitor your environment, whether it's an endpoint, whether it's a network or your SOC team, right, on a 24/7 basis. So as a solution, we just acquired a company called SGI about a year back. So what we do is we offer something called the managed security services, be it at the endpoint, be it at the cloud or at the network. Now if you look at on the top left, right, what we have, we have something called MDR. And what we are unique is we are vendor agnostic. So if your customers are using endpoint from SentinelOne, from CrowdStrike, from Sophos, from Bitdefender, or even our own capture client, we can manage it for you on a 24/7 basis. We can do twice monthly audits and give you exactly how your current configurations are deployed. And then in case there is a breach or a compromise or attack, what we can do is we can inform you and help remediate. Similarly, if you are using cloud services like Office 365 or G Suite, we can monitor the threats within those cloud environment, whether it's spamming, phishing, whether it's account takeovers, we can do that, right? And then on the last part, which is called the NDR service, right? Network detection and response. We can manage not only our own SonicWall firewalls, we can manage third-party firewalls as well. It could be a Fortinet, it could be a Palo Alto, it could be a Sophos, or a WatchGuard as well. So this is what the managed detection service offers. Now, today, if you look at, as I mentioned earlier, right, the industry is moving from CAPEX to OPEX, right? And most of our partners are looking, because the customers don't want to pay upfront. What they're looking at is they're looking at a way to do monthly billing, right? So what we offer as part of the service provider program is the capability for all our products to be offered as a service on a monthly basis. So what we can do, whether using a firewall, whether using our solution for like email, endpoint, our cloud edge solution, so it can be offered as a service where we can bill the customer monthly. So basically what happens is at the start of the month, for example, let's say I have 50 endpoints requirement today. So I can install 50 endpoints, I kind of protect it. At the end of the month, what I do a calculation, I do a check within my console saying, hey, this particular customer, this particular tenant, how much endpoints are they using, right? I do a license calculation, and based on how much you've utilized, I will bill you at the end of the month. You similarly, what you do, you go and bill the customer, right? So on all of the products, right, not only on the endpoint, not only for firewall, all the products that we have, we can offer you a monthly billing. And the good thing about it is there is no commits. You don't have to commit anything. You can start with one endpoint, one firewall, one kind of cloud solution. So that is the kind of offering that we have. And the most interesting, right? Today we just launched something called cyber warranty, right? Now with all our Gen 7 firewalls, the next generation of firewalls, so what we offer is if a customer buys a firewall, right, we offer something called cyber warranty. What that cyber warranty is, in case there is a compromise, again there is a list of SLAs, the list of guidelines that you have to follow. If you are compromised based on those parameters that we set, we are ready to pay $100,000 for that customer so that they can maybe pay for the investigation, pay for any other cost when there is a breach. Right? So that is the kind of offering that we have. So any firewall that you buy, we will offer this. We have a tie-up with a company called Cysurance. So we just launched a product called TG80, which is a SOHO-based product. So if you have about 25 to 50 users, right, for a small segment, it could be a branch office, it could be a retail shop, we can offer this solution along with cyber warranty. And the best part about this solution is if you are managing it if you are part of the managed protection service, what we can do is we offer you something called the cyber insurance, the warranty. But then because we are managing your firewalls, because we know that whatever configuration that we've done is as per best practices, the cyber warranty goes up by 200,000. So we are willing to pay 200,000 if there is a breach within that environment, right? That's all I have. I think hope I'm on time. Anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much for your time.